everybody, Mason here. Welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today I'm back with another mod showcase. But this is not any normal mod showcase, no. This is a special one that I have made to help creators with loot tables, essentially. This is what I'm calling the External Loot Table, which provides an external loot table with the scripts. You still need the scripts and you need to build the loot table, but it'll let you modify loot tables without modifying the loot table's files. So if you want to add stuff to zombies loot table, but you don't want to mess with it because it updates every time the game updates and it breaks, and sometimes this just adds it without you having to modify that. So if I take this sword here and give it sharpness 5, then I did it with quite a few. I know one of them is a pig, creeper maybe? The villagers I did something special with, zombies, and skeleton. So, you know that pigs will only drop pork chops, or cooked pork chops if killed with heat. My allergies are bad. So, when you kill it, see? It dropped more than just pork chops, so you got 2. Then you got, it dropped bones with a bone with a custom name and lore. So it's called super bone. And then in the lore it says this is not a super bone, or is it? Giving this pretty much good customization for y'all creators if y'all want to use this, or players for maps. Lets you use it without modifying loot table. And then you got an iron sword with sharpness 4, which shows you can drop weapons and enchant them. So if I do this again, I don't know if it's you can see the first time we got 10. This time we got 3. Also showing, and it dropped rotten flesh. I don't remember that. But this time it dropped 3 instead of 10. And the same thing goes with the creeper. And guys, sorry if I do sound funny. It seems like my allergies are kind of bad right now. I don't know if I sound weird or not until I listen to the recordings. Anyways, next we have the skeleton, which is the same as the pig and creeper, showing that we can set this up for multiple entities, from farm animals to monsters to the undead, giving you a lot of options here. And zombies, we did something else. So you can see it drops the normal stuff, right? But if we do this, I'm set midnight, and then we kill a zombie. Instead of dropping 1 sword, it drops 2 swords. So you got the normal iron sword with sharpness 4, and then you have this called Zombie Slayer with sharpness 3. So this shows a lot more customization than just a few things. Haven't seen one of those in a long time. Small island. We have villagers, which I've done something special with them. So we have this one, which is a leather worker, as you can see right here. And if we kill a leather worker, it drops leather. We got armor, and if you kill the armorer, you get armor. Cleric, you get redstone. Nitwit, you get emeralds. Farmer, you get wheat. A mason, hey, my name, you get stone. You kind of get the pattern, right? Nitwit, you get emerald, armor, get that. Which if we do this, if we do weaponsmith, as you can see here, it will drop a weapon, and toolsmith would drop a tool. You kind of get the picture. So now that I've showed you how it works, I'm going to show you how you can modify it for your own thing. So, if you go to my, first you can get this from my site. If you go to my site, which would be in the description, you can go to this drop down right here, go to External LootTables, and then you can get what's it about and how it works. Then got these buttons right here. You got the example code, which will show you how it will work with each one from mob and loot. Got the functions and how to set them up, conditions and how to set them up, and then you have the download right here, which you can download the zip or the MC add-on. So the link to this page would be in the description down below if you want to go check it out. But let's go to the code now. Okay, so we have a few files on the left. We got custom family, evaluate conditions, function processor, loot components, and then loot tables. So loot components is what works with everything. You can see how each of these functions work, and it all makes it work. You got this, which runs the loot table, everything for it. Got this, which processes the pool, as you can see. This that processes the weights, and then this, which processes the entry. The pool, wall, entry. You got this whole thing, which runs the functions on it. So we got set count, set name, set lore, looting enchant, and apply enchantment. Set count will let you set a count between two values or give it one value. And if you have no count defined, it will automatically be 1. Okay, and you got set name, which you can set its name. Set lore, which you can set its own lore for it. Looting enchant, which will give it a high chance to drop when you're using looting. The looting enchant. Meaning if you have no enchant, it will not give you no looting enchantment. It will not give you any more. If you have one looting enchantment, it will give you some more, and if you have looting 3 enchantment, it will give you more times the 3 times 3 of what you defined. You got apply enchantment, which will give you a new enchantment to give you 1 enchantment to apply to it. I am planning on expanding this to make it so you can have multiple enchantments and even have random enchantments. This is still the first version of it. We are planning to expand it and also optimize it. Okay, and we also got evaluate conditions, which will run the conditions. So we got killed by player, which if you kill it, it will drop. Then you have killed by player or pets, which means that if your pet also kills it, it will drop too. But if you have it by just killed by player and your pet kills it, it won't drop. You got random chance, which will give it a chance to drop, like 25%. I think I have this somewhere. I don't know. So I'll show y'all some of this. I'll make my own for y'all to show. You got random chance with looting, which will give you the random chance plus the looting. So if you have looting and it will give you the chance of it. You got time check, which what I showed you with the zombie. It will check within time. Which also on my page, it shows you some of the main times that you can use. We have has mark variant, which will check if it has the specific mark variant. I'll give you an example with villagers. It would be the type of biome they are. And then you have has variant, which is different from mark variant, and it will check, like villagers again, what professions they have. Custom family is kind of a self-explanatory. It will let you define different entities and have it set to a custom family. But if we go to this entity from my YouTuber add-on, in components we have the type family. So anything that the type family would have, like undead, villagers, monsters, stuff like that, it will use it. So if you have multiple mods and you want to have one mod that will add drops to the other ones too, you can have them have this type family, which will only be visible. It won't do anything by itself, but with this other mod, it can run the loot table, if that makes sense. So if you have these type families, then you don't have to have this for it, but you can also add it to that family. And now let's go to the loot table. The loot table is structured very similarly to the file loot tables that we all know and love, like this one, which has the pull like this, and you have the pull. Then you have these chances right here. So you can see how many this one has. 1, 2, 3, 4, and within these you have these entries, walls, and chance of what will happen, and the weights on it. So also you will notice right down here, this is where everything is defined. I think I got everything. I'm not sure. If you tell me if I missed anything. Also tell me what other features like functions and conditions I should add. And I will try to add it. I'm also will try to get it more optimized for it to run better. Maybe use less coding, because my goodness, this is quite a lot. But it still runs pretty great. So there's mob loot and family loot. So this isn't the first version of this that I made. There was a second version, an old version. The old version could not run if one of these was missing from this area. So if you have no mob, you can just leave it empty, but don't get rid of of just this thing. So you can like get rid of all of this and just keep this dictionary. That's what's called. I don't know. So as you can see, we got zombie, Minecraft zombie, and we got wall once, got condition that's killed by player or pets, and you can see this is right underneath walls, which means this will run before the entry, and if this fails, it won't run anything within this section of the pool. Meaning, even if the entries is good and the condition passes, if that condition does not pass, it won't do anything. Then you see we got type item, which we have two types, which down here you can see type empty, which means it drops nothing. And we got weight 1, which is also, if you leave that undefined, it will not be defaulted to 1. Then you can see we have 3 functions. I have this like this because it makes it shorter, but you don't have to. You can have set count and then count, and then set name to that, and we have apply enchantment, then enchantment name, and then we have the level. I will say you cannot add an enchantment to an item that cannot get enchantment, and you can't get it higher than the default enchantment. It will not work, and it can throw errors, making none of it work if it tries to run it. Then you can see we got a condition within this entry. This condition is a time check, which gives you a time check between these two, which is night and sunrise. And that's just the village zombies. So villagers, you have to do villager V2, as the first one is the old villagers, V2 is the new one, so it's the normal villager in the game. And we got it to have custom drops for each type. So variant 0 is unskilled and drops nothing. Variant 1 is farmer and can drop wheat, and Carrot, Fisherman, Shepherd, Fletcher, and you probably get the idea. When you download this, you can see all of them yourself and you can learn it. Then you have Family Loot, which we have the custom family right here. That's the only one to have. Yeah. So, pull. You got item Rotten Flesh. This rolls 2 times. Rotten Flesh will give you 1. Or it will give you count of 2. Or it will do Bones, which is our rate of 5, which means that will have a higher chance of dropping. And it will give you a count between 3 and 6. But it will drop between 3 and 6. It will give the name Super Bone. And then set lore, it would be an array like this. And you can see we have this comma in 2 different strings, which will break the line for it. And then you have looting enchant, which will drop more if it has looting. And then you have this one, which will only run if it's killed by pets or players, and it gives you sword. And you can probably notice that these don't have the Minecraft in front of it, but if we go up here to this one under zombies, you can see we have that. Because if you don't have the identifier in front of the name, then Minecraft would be assumed, okay? So if you have bone, then it will assume that's Minecraft bone. If you don't want it to be that, then you have to put your custom identifier there for it to be that identifier and bone. So I can show you my code, probably. So sharpness 4. So I'm going to show you a custom one. So if we do this, let's say we want to do Minecraft sheep. We do this. Then we do pulls. You can that you're not supposed to do that. You can do pulls. Then you have walls, which you can do 1. Which I'm planning about having 2 sets of it. Like have chance to do this between this amount and that amount. But right now it's only a set amount. We add a. I keep doing that. Used to JSON file still. Got conditions, which you can do this, and then we're going to do killed by. We're going to do killed by player, and then we're going to do type here. Item, name, diamond. Okay, we got functions, which we do it like this. Way easier seeing. Then you have this. Then we're going to set name. Then we got name right here, which will be Lucky Diamond. And then we'll do another function, which is a lore. I'm actually going to change this to. We're going to change this to killed by player or pet because I want something special with it. And then if we do lore here, this diamond is lucky. Oh, we have set count. You can add that too. So set count, you can have either count, which will be a fixed count for the item, or count range will be between 2 amounts. So if we do that, the minimum will be 1, and the max will be 5. Oh, and I forgot to add this. The weight will be 3. No, 3. Yeah. Then we have this type item, and I'll fill this out. I'm going to quickly fill this out, and I'll show you what I did. Okay, so I'll be back here in a moment.
Many minutes later.
Okay, so I'm back, and I gave the sheep so it would drop 3 different items. I'm going to change this to be 3. Well, 3 times. So it would drop diamonds, which has the rate of 3. And I have it named Lucky Diamond, or like the diamonds lucky in the count between 1 and 5. Then you have an emerald, which has a condition killed by player. Set count to 3 and a rate of 9, which means this has a higher chance of being picked than this one. Then you have this one, which is a diamond sword, named Super Sword, lore forged and the pets of hell, and has the sharpness level of 5 with 1 count, and has a looting a chance of plus 1 more if you get that. And then you have in the conditions random chance, which is 0.5, which that means you have a 50% chance if it lands on this, you have a 50% chance it will drop. And if it doesn't drop, that means you got nothing. So, we got that. Let's boot up Minecraft and that will begin, and then I'll show you how it works. So I'll be back in the Minecraft world.
3 hours later.
So now if we get a sheep. And you can see out of the 3 times it rolls, it dropped the emeralds 2 times and the diamonds 1 time. It has that says this is a lucky diamond and green gem. And if we do it again, it looks like it only dropped 2 gems and nothing else, which probably means that we got the chance of it not dropping. Same thing there. And there we go. Out of all the chance, we finally got this. So, we got the super sword with sharpness 5, and it has the lore saying forged in the pits of hell. So now we have this diamond super sword. Now, as you can see, when you do looting, it won't drop extra anything else, which means if you want something, also drop for babies. That one. So, after killing a few, about, let's see, 16, 17, 18, about 19, let me kill one more. Then we'll see. Wait a minute. Don't know. I used the looting one. So, let's see what we actually got. So you can see as it was the sword dropped because it 3 times because it was the lowest. Emerald dropped the most because it was the highest in weight, and diamonds dropped the second most. The swords also didn't drop as much because of its other condition. Also, let me do this. Okay, now we got that. So, if I do this, you can see out of the times that it chose to drop emeralds, it didn't drop it. What's it, emeralds? I think it was emeralds. It didn't drop it because we added the condition that has to be killed by a player. Come back up here. So, yeah, that is pretty much how that add-on works. I am excited to see what ideas y'all want me to add to it. I wanted to expand. And I'm excited to see what y'all want to do with it if y'all ever do use it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. And of course, like always, keep on shining, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye!